Now, I've been doing this YouTube thing around about 4 years now, and I don't think I've quite cracked how to be successful on YouTube. And I always think, how do these big YouTubers actually gain so many subscribers so quickly? I mean, take Matt Armstrong, for example. This man has 3.81 million subscribers. I want that. But that's not what I want right now. What I want to know is how on earth they did it. And who are the best people to ask about how to be successful on YouTube? And that is people that are successful on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to message 50 of the biggest UK YouTubers in the car scene to see what answers they give me and how I can implement that into my YouTube videos. Now, in order to get a response from these people, I can't just message them directly. Well, I can, but I don't think anybody is actually going to respond to me. So I might have to think strategically about it. But I also messaged some US YouTubers and I couldn't believe who responded. He has 10 million subscribers. So I gathered up a list of 50 of the biggest car YouTubers that I could find and a bunch of people that I think would actually respond to my messages. And the first person that I landed on is Chris Slicks. What I'm going to say is, hi bro. Looking to make my YouTube channel grow fast this year. Any advice on how to do that? Question mark. Send. Sorry to pull you guys away from the video, but I want to tell you about today's paid partner, BetterHelp. And I want to tell you how they've helped me, and they could possibly help you in the future. BetterHelp is an online professional therapy, which is affordable, accessible, and convenient for you. Now, people deal with things in different ways. For me, I've struggled with my mind getting in the right headspace on multiple occasions. Whether that be me feeling overwhelmed by my workload, or just in general feeling like I haven't achieved as much as I wanted to. And BetterHelp can help you with that. BetterHelp is completely online, allowing you to be more comfortable in your surroundings and making it much more convenient for you, because you have access to well-trained professionals whenever you want and wherever you need it. All you need to do is fill out a questionnaire online and you'll be matched with a therapist within a few days, giving you more time to do what's important to you. And sometimes you don't even realise how much you could benefit from therapy until you get it. I know I didn't, and I wish I found it sooner. Because they can help you develop tools to measure progress on your own terms, or even help you break down the feeling of being behind into more specific and available concerns that can actually benefit you in your future. And with over 7,000 reviews and a 4.5 rating on Trustpilot, BetterHelp is a platform that you can trust. Because not only are you able to connect with a wide range of therapists from all different backgrounds, BetterHelp carefully ensure they are all highly qualified and their customer support team is there to help you if you had any questions. And if one day you feel like it's not right for you, you can switch therapists at any time with no extra costs. So start fresh any day of the year with BetterHelp. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/Alex Jones and get 10% off your first month of therapy. Big thank you to the team over at BetterHelp, and let's get straight back into the video. Next on the list we have Lee Lockwood. He's a UK YouTuber. He's been around for quite a while. Hey bro, we're going to start off with the exact same thing. Doing a YouTube video on how to become successful. What would you advise to do? Thanks. Next we have Brett Barnes. Pretty successful with the M140. I know a lot of the people in the forums seem to slate me as much as they slated him. Yo, my M140i brother. He's gonna think that is the cringiest thing ever. How did you become so big on YouTube? Ones we have quite a few on here with a lot of subscribers. Some of them with a bit lower, some with under 100k, some with well over 100 to 300k, and then a couple on over 1 million. Now, Jack McNeil. What's up, Mr. McNeil? How did you get so big on YouTube? Love the content, which is probably why he got big on YouTube, because people love the content. Any advice is appreciated. I know all these people are going to look at these messages and think, who the f*** is that guy? Who the f*** is that? Up next we have Harry Main. He owns that owner company? Yeah, owner official. A YouTuber gone business owner. How on earth did you do it? Question mark. Cold emoji. And that's going to go well. Send. Next, we have auto ID. I have a question. I'm trying to get big on YouTube. Any idea on what I should do to become as big as you guys? Now, I'm not just going to do UK, I'm going to throw in some American ones as well, some big American YouTubers, and I think I'm going to start with Adam Elzer. How did you do it? I want to become as big on YouTube as you are. Tell me how you did it. Now. Send. Now, there is one person on this list that I haven't messaged yet, and I'm really intrigued to hear what they have to say. And I think you know who I'm talking about. Matt Armstrong. First of all, stop buying cars. Second of all, please tell me how you can buy this many cars and fit them onto one piece of land. Third of all, how did you do it, in brackets, getting famous? Thank you for your time, and I await your response. He's definitely never ever seen that. Now, I spent a lot of time messaging these people and I could not get a response. It was as if my message went to their account and then got erased by their management team. I was struggling big time. Getting a response from these people was proving way more difficult than I expected. So I started using some different techniques. Day 2 now, and I only showed you a few people that I did message, but I did message loads and loads of people, and it started off in a very polite manner. As I said, I started with the usual polite, kind, courteous manner, but it just wasn't cutting it. They just weren't responding to my messages. I even tried to bribe TJ Hunt with what can only be described as an offer he cannot refuse. I can only afford McDonald's, I'm sorry, but that's besides the point. This made me very angry, and I lost the plot. I kind of felt bad for Monkey London. They literally did nothing wrong. Now, after making a fool out of myself, texting all these people and no one responding, even Drift Games responded with an automated message and made me look like an idiot, I was losing all hope until my saviour came along. Lee Lockwood responded to my message. And he said, I wouldn't say I'm very successful, so I'm still trying to figure that one out. But do things you enjoy or would do even if you wasn't filming. Don't act, people see right through it. And if you get a lot of views, don't get comfortable, ride the wave. Now, I would say that's pretty good advice, considering if you are getting a lot of views, you might get complacent with what you're doing and you might just expect that on every single video. So I can understand that completely. Also, do things you enjoy. Now, that is pretty self-explanatory. You've got to enjoy yourself. If you want to make videos, you have to make fun videos for yourself and those that are watching. Be yourself as well. I try to be myself as much as I can, but I think that is quite a common thing where people act like some sort of way in order to get people to like them, even though when in real life they're probably not actually like that. As I said, I did message other people as well. I didn't show you everyone that I messaged, and one of those people was Calvin's Car Diary. Now, he actually did respond to my message. I sent him a message saying this: question for you, sir. I'm trying to grow my channel, but my budget is small. What sort of thing are you guys saying to post? I'm at a loss trying to keep up with you guys. Try and have a bit of friendly banter with him. And clearly it worked because he responded. He said 2 things. First of all, we all love a good story. And second of all, take the I try out of your bio. You're a YouTuber creator, and that's a fact. So that is in reference to my Instagram bio. I say, if you're going to be a YouTuber, try and do it properly and actually accept the fact that you're doing it properly and just own it, basically. So you best believe I took that straight out my bio. But going back to the first one, we all love a good story. Now, we see this quite a lot. They have a start, they have a dilemma, and they have an ending. And it's true, you are engaged in that entire thing. Like most Mr. Beast videos, there's always something going on. And that is a good point. We all love a good story, a beginning, a middle, and an end. So I need to think of some more content where there is a storyline involved. I think that's going to be the 2025. Pure storylines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these messages marinate. It's only been 2 days since I've messaged these people. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. And next week, I'm going to check all these messages and see if anyone's responded with any more answers. Now, it's been about a week since that last message, and since then, we have had some major developments. And the first thing that I'll say is, we did have a response from someone, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was just like, what on earth is going on? He has 10 million subscribers, and we'll get to that, but we did have a message of somebody else first, and that was Auto ID. I texted them saying, I have a question, I'm trying to get big on YouTube, any idea what I should do to become as big as you guys? And they responded, they say, hey bud, thanks for the kind words, we've just posted weekly and tried to keep the content engaging. Now, this is pretty standard things really. Posting weekly is what I'm gonna try and do this year. I've near enough done it now for about a month or two. So I want to keep this going for as long as I possibly can, because I think posting weekly keeps you out there at all times. So people are constantly seeing your thumbnail, they're constantly seeing your videos, which is quite good because they'll constantly think, I might as well watch this guy's videos because he's constantly posting videos. And also keeping the content engaging. You constantly want to be engaged. It always has to kind of have something going on. That's why you have a beginning, middle and an end. Again, that kind of goes back to keeping them engaged in a story or something along those lines. So thank you Auto ID for the response. And next we have George Austers. Now George has almost 90,000 subscribers, so he's clearly doing something right. So I texted him saying, yo bro, doing a YouTube video on how to become a successful YouTuber. Any advice? And he just said, plain and simple, consistency and doing something you enjoy. Now, consistency is becoming an automated response, you can say. A lot of people just say consistency. And that I think is why I've got it drilled into my head now that I need to post weekly. You have to be as consistent as you possibly can to constantly have you on other people's screens. Consistency needs to be a main factor, I think. And he also said doing something you enjoy. I don't think you can be consistent if you're not doing something you enjoy, especially when it comes to doing car stuff. If you're not enjoying what you're doing on your car, you're gonna struggle to be consistent because you're not gonna wanna make the video because you're not actually enjoying what you're doing. So you'll kind of just brush it off and do it whenever you please. So they are two very good points, George. Do something you enjoy and make sure you're consistent when you're doing it. Thank you. On to the next person. And that next person is one you probably heard of TikTok. He blew up on TikTok, and that is Jack McNeil. He actually responded to my stupid text message.
What's up, Mr. McNeil?
But he did send a voice note, so I'll play the voice note on the screen now.
Advice, quality over quantity would be my advice. Depends what you want to get into, but if you're going to do like builds like I do, or like Matt does, or Chris, a good thing is to just try and get so much work packed into one video. Like a lot of people what they do is they'll like do a whole video fitting a set of coilovers, which would have worked back in 2018, 2019, but now it's just not interesting anymore. So yeah, just get lots of work packed in, study the algorithm, study what makes a good thumbnail, what makes a good title, take inspiration from other content creators, but try and come up with your own sort of unique ideas as well. And yeah, just do things which scare you a little bit, like, doing crazy engine swaps or crazy rebuilds that like you might not be able to do, that sort of thing.
Now, he's gone the other way with it. Stay consistent. However, instead of posting weekly, cram everything you can into one video. Instead of having 4 semi-short videos across the month, have one really long video with everything you would have done for that month crammed in one video. Going back to his quality over quantity. So you'd have one really good video across the month instead of 4 half decent videos. And I think that is where YouTube's going at the minute. You see a lot of YouTubers now doing that. He also said, take risks, do things that scare you. Now, that is a big one because without big risk, you don't get a big reward. If you're brave enough, do what Jack does, because clearly it works for him, because he does really bold stuff. He goes out of his comfort zone all the time, and he does make really good content, and it is working for him in the minute because he's growing so fast. So fair play to Jack. You are a risk taker, unlike a lot of us, because we're all too scared to do the stuff that you do. That's why you're so popular. So thank you for your advice, Jack. And on to the next big YouTuber, which blew my mind. And that person is Chris Fixit. Now, if you've never heard of Chris Fixit, he's the man that essentially started car YouTube. He was the one to go to for the tutorial if you were ever stuck on a car. Chris Fixit was the man you would go to. So he's like the biggest OG YouTuber. That is why he has 10 million subscribers. And weirdly enough, he responded to my message, and it was a shot in the dark messaging him. I just thought, you know what, Chris Fit came up as a suggested on my Instagram. I was like, I'll drop him a message, so let's see if it even goes through, because a lot of them don't even go through. And he went through, and not only did it go through, he responded in just over 1 hour. An hour and 3 minutes. I was absolutely mind blown. I said, hey man, we're doing a YouTube video on successful YouTubers and how they did it. Any advice on how you did it is appreciated. And he responded, like I said, just make content I would want to watch myself, and content that would help people. He started that channel because he wanted to help people, and if you actually go and watch his videos, it's almost like family content. You would happily sit there. He would never, I swear, he would never say anything ever negative. He's the most positive influence you could watch on a car video. I cannot believe he responded to my message. It absolutely blew my mind. So thank you so much. You're probably never ever gonna see this video, but if you do watch this video, thank you. Now going back to all the other YouTubers that didn't even see the message, I forgive you. Hopefully one day you will read that message and I'll be substantially bigger on YouTube and you might give me the time of day. And to those that I insulted or got angry at, sorry. I'm still intrigued to hear what this man has to say as well, so tag him down below. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. It's a bit of a different style content. I don't want to just throw out videos of the M140. I want to do stuff like this more often. So I hope you did enjoy. If you did, drop a comment. Make sure you like the video. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.